All right, let's get to our morning business report now. A major airline is testing baggage check the night before certain morning flights.
All right, and electric vehicle drivers might not need to replace their car as soon as previously thought. Let's get the latest with Channel 3's Jane King live at the New York Stock Exchange. She has those stories and more. Good morning, Jane.
Hi, Tracy and Caitlin. Good morning. Yes, this recent Stanford University study revealed that electric vehicle batteries last longer than previously thought. And in fact, the findings show the batteries lasted 40% longer. So for years, conventional wisdom was that the EV batteries degrade over time and they're expensive to replace. So it was keeping some people from buying an electric vehicle. Well, the World Cup spurred record betting on the prediction markets. Trading on Poly Market exceeded $10 billion in June, breaking a previous record and reversing a two-month-long slump. Rival Kalshi's volume surpassed 31 billion. That was up 70% from May, and all the platforms did lean into the World Cup to boost traffic. And a new United Airlines program may help you get some extra sleep. United's testing a program called Twilight Bag Drop at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. This gives passengers on select flights the option to check their bags curbside the night before flight. Now, the service is meant to streamline the check-in process for the morning flights. So far, it's been well received and may be expanded to other airports. Okay, the Dow jumped Thursday nearly 600 points to a record close. The June jobs report showed an increase of 57,000 jobs last month. That was below expectations, but slow enough to keep the Federal Reserve interest rate hike at bay. Looks like a positive start today, especially for tech stocks. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.